Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Bespoke Bengali. Today, me and my very good friend Sensei are going to blow the lid off of what we believe is one of the biggest revelations coming out of the recent USAID information that has come out from the United States. And to be specific, we are going to be talking about three organizations in this video. First being
the Queer Muslim Project, the second being the Missed LGBTQ Foundation, and the third is Nazariya QFRG.
Now, you might think, why are we pointing out these three organizations, right? Right, Sensei, that would be the first question.
Yeah, so on the face of it, you might think कि they're doing some social work.
Yeah.
ये लोग LGBT community को resources provide कर रहे हैं, help provide कर रहे हैं. So why should अगर USAID से अगर पैसा ले भी ले रहे हैं तो हमें क्या उससे?
Exactly.
दो.
What-
We are not particularly bothered about that, right? That is, you might be thinking. But the story does not end there.
Now, what Sensei means here is not only कि ये लोग पैसा ले रहे हैं उधर से, but how they are utilizing the money, or rather, where are these funds going? Now, from a purely Indian point of view, as you all know, it has been an established fact for quite some time. Around 21 million was given to some organization through one of the USAID proxies to encourage voter turnout in India. And that is the very definition of election manipulation tactics. Now, why would US would want to manipulate Indian election? The reason I'm asking this question is because it is very, very important to understand the backdrop and the context before we really delve into these three organizations and why we are talking about them today. Sensei, I would like you to expound on the subject that 21 million and how all of this comes into the.
See, for any hegemon, which the USA is the sole superpower in the world today.
Would you say sole superpower? Do you not consider China as a?
They're not there yet.
Okay.
They can project power only in Asia right now, but China will get there in another 15-20 years.
Okay.
But that aside, every superpower has means through which it exerts influence around the world. The USA does not exert influence only through its military. Its military might is huge, but that is not the preferred option that they would like to employ to get things done. So what they do is they fund activists, they fund civil society organizations, they fund NGOs who peddle an agenda that is conducive to their own interests. They cultivate activists, they cultivate musicians, they cultivate artists, they cultivate authors, they cultivate a variety of people who would softly and subtly peddle a narrative that is conducive to what the USA wants to
perpetrate
across the world.
Okay.
Right?
So basically what you're saying is these three organizations that we are talking about today, what we have found that they have, though in the face of it, they seem like entirely normal civil society organizations which are working towards a more equal society or whatever you might want to call it. They are trying to
portray themselves as such.
Portray themselves as such. But in reality, there are hidden connections, right?
So basically, in the garb of LGBT activism, what they're trying to push is a cultural revolution in India that would align India further culturally with the West and will be pliable for destabilizing Indian society.
I'm sorry to interject there. I don't think many would understand the term cultural warfare, or what you talk about.
So India has a certain cultural traditions, cultural mores, right? Every country has it. The US, if you look at the USA, the culture that they have, it is very radical in terms of radically liberal when you compare it to the rest of the world. Even Europe, in certain ways, is not as liberal as the USA is. So the prevailing government of the day obviously will try to push back against it. So when the government tries to push back against these the changing of this cultural tradition, they will try to project the Indian government as anti-human rights, anti-LGBT,
Fascist. Yeah.
fascists,
Yeah.
and thereby try to generate huge public anger against them
And create a socially conducive atmosphere
for a color revolution.
for a color revolution. Okay, now see, this is why
I think a lot of people have become familiar with what a color revolution is,
Yeah.
given what has been happening in Ukraine.
You
In
think that-
Ukraine, it started with these kind of civil society organizations. Suddenly, you see there are NGOs who have taken a huge interest in LGBT pride parades,
Yeah,
sex changes for children,
yeah.
and while they claim to do so in public, in
Yeah.
private they are doing something else entirely.
Now, what is that something else? That is where we should now focus, I think. Let's start with Nazariya QFRG, if that is okay with you.
Yeah. So when it comes to Nazariya, when I was writing for Op India, I had done a series of investigative reports for them. Many of you would remember the Nazariya QFRG had released a coloring book for students, which was extremely sexually explicit, to put it mildly. I'll link those reports in the description section so you can go and read those reports. So basically, they have been.
Can you show me one of those like coloring books? Do you have them?
Yeah, I will just show it here.
Good God, are those for children?
Yeah, that image of a naked woman with dildo, wearing a dildo. Yeah, that is. See, so they say this is for students, right? In the Facebook post that they had made, they said discount for students, which is and that is supposed to cost ₹100. So what they try to claim is that when they mean students, they mean students of colleges and universities. But then when you are releasing coloring book, right? The target audience for coloring book
Generally tends to be
school going children.
Yeah, school going children.
So yeah, when you look at this, it is, to be honest with you, it's just plainly disturbing.
It is disturbing.
Yeah, I remember when I published these reports, they accused us of spreading fake news and trying to demonize the LGBTQ community.
No, there is no demonizing. If you are putting out a coloring book with such explicit content, I mean, any rational person or any sane-minded person would come out and call you out on it. I mean, it is not pushing back on their quest for equality or any other objective they might have, but this is just brainwashing. I mean, why would you want your children to engage in such acts? I mean, I don't know how can a coloring book be this disturbing and slanderous, to be honest.
So this organization, Nazariya QFRG, it was started by 3 individuals.
Okay.
Rituparna Bora, Ritambara Mehta, and Purnima Gupta.
Okay.
So the really interesting person here that I will draw the attention of our audience to is Rituparna Bora. So there is this organization called Outright International. It's a global organization based out of USA.
Can you name it again? Outright International.
Yeah, Outright International.
Okay.
So it is funded by the US State Department's Global Equality Fund, and it has donors such as Open Society Foundation, George Soros,
yes,
the US government, and the Canada government. So all these.
So Canada government, US government, as well as George Soros, Open Foundation, right?
They fund this
Global
organization
Equality
called.
Fund.
No. They fund this organization called Outright International.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So Outright International has a program called the LGBTQ Connect program. Sorry, LBQ
Connect
program.
Okay.
So lesbian, bisexual, and queer.
Okay.
So I don't know why they left gays out of it, but whatever. This program is supposed to strengthen LBQ movements and makes a concrete difference in the lives of lesbian, bisexual, and queer women by enhancing the capacity of LBQ activists, supporting the work of existing new groups, collecting data, and raising the visibility of LBQ issues and leaders.
Okay, I just want to interject here. When they say queer women, did they define women? Because I hear that they have not yet decided.
Let's not get into there because YouTube might generously block our channel, take it off. So let's not go there. So anyway, so we have, again to reiterate, we have this organization called Outright International. They have a program called LBQ Connect program, right?
LBQ Connect, okay.
Yeah. So Rituparna Bora of Nazariya QFRG, she is on the advisory board of this LBQ Connect program.
Okay, advisory board.
She's on the advisory board of this.
Okay.
All right, and you can make the connection, right?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious.
So I'm not sure if she's taking money from this or not for a role. I don't know. Maybe she's getting some money. Maybe she isn't. I don't know.
What he's trying to say here is we do not have any concrete proof of funding, direct funding
Yeah,
received by Nazaria QFRG.
and
Though the founder of Nazaria QFRG, namely Rituparna Bora, sits on the advisory council of this LBQ Connect program of Outright International, which is funded by Canada government, US government, and most importantly, George Soros funded Open Foundation.
correct. So this coloring book, as far as I'm aware, it came out in 2019.
Okay.
All right. So I don't know if she was associated with this organization back then or not, because it's been 6 years. I tried to look into it, but I can't say anything for certain. But we do have evidence that at least in 2020, she was working with these organizations.
LBQ Connect?
Yeah, with Outright International.
Outright.
Okay.
Okay.
So between October 5th to 9th in 2020, Outright and 22 LGBTI advocates working in 8 Asian countries met online to share country-level good practices for LGBTI protections for blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Right? So in this online meet, we have this screenshot from their website. Right? With this screenshot from their website where Rituparna from Nazaria is present. So she has been working with Outright since at least 2020. We have solid evidence of that.
So in 2020, the evidence shows that she was in the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Of Outright ka global meetup.
Yeah, shows that.
Ji.
And we are going to delve more into this, but let's move on to the next organization. Yes. And this one is very interesting. We are going to save the best for the last. See, the best here is Miss LGBTQ Foundation. We're going to save it for the last.
Okay.
So for now, let's.
So Mist has some mystique in it.
Mist has a lot of mystique in it, and our audience will be shocked.
Okay.
So
a bit of clickbaity stuff here, but we have to do.
Please bear with us. Our channel has very few subscribers, so we have to do this. Don't blame me.
Okay. Now for the second one,
we are going to the Queer Muslim Project, or TQMP.
Sorry, what?
The Queer Muslim Project.
The Queer Muslim Project.
Yes, my boy.
Queer Muslim. Okay.
I know you are having some difficulty wrapping your head around it.
On a completely different topic, Sensei, can you spell oxymoron for me?
It's spelled TQMP.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
So
moving ahead. No, it is not related to this. We are just I keep forgetting how to spell oxymoron.
So I'll start it off with a banger, okay?
Yeah.
It's hilarious, okay? So there is this foundation called the Planet Romeo Foundation.
What?
The Planet Romeo Foundation.
Planet Romeo Foundation.
Yeah. So the Planet Romeo Foundation is the foundation of a Dutch dating app. All right.
What? Come again?
This foundation was formed by a Dutch dating app. For
Dutch dating app.
Yeah.
Okay. So a Dutch dating app company formed this
Planet Romeo Foundation.
Planet Romeo Foundation. Right? Okay.
So in Q3 of 2018, this Planet Romeo Foundation gave 5,000 euros to the Queer Muslim Project.
Yes.
For a national LGBTQ Muslim retreat in India.
Retreat as in spa retreats, those kind of retreats.
Yeah, basically 5,000 euros so that queer Muslims in India could get together and have some quality time together.
Okay, like a safe space. Okay, I get it. No, it's okay.
Those, what? It's a retreat, and it's for queers. What do you think was happening there? 5,000 euros for that. All right.
Okay.
5,000 euros for people to get together and Netflix and chill.
Okay, I don't know.
I'll tell you how much 5,000 euros is in today's currency, all right? Let me just Google this.
27 February 2025.
27 February 2025. Euros to INR. Let me Google. 5,000 euros. It's 4,56,830 rupees. Around 4,50,000 so that queer Muslims could get together and have
Yeah.
some fun times together.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like they might have gone to read poems, have stage plays or stuff like that, like going camping perhaps.
Yeah, sure. That's what people do in retreats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what they were doing in this retreat is none of our business. Let them do whatever they want. But 4.5 lakhs for that is a huge amount. Anyway,
No,
so
you're looking at it from a very different perspective. 4.5 lakhs, is it a lot of money?
4.5 lakhs is a lot of money. Wouldn't you take 4.5 lakhs if someone throws it at your face?
I would, of course I would, but then again, I would take any money.
Yeah. So I'll just tell you who are these people funding this group. All right. So the Queer Muslim Project won a Digital Deal Award as part of the State of the Art initiative by Ars Electronica, and that was co-funded by the European Union. Okay.
European Union.
They were given an award that was co-funded by the European Union.
Oh, the name of the award is?
The name of the award is Digital Deal Award.
Okay.
Okay.
Digital Deal. Okay.
Right. Now let's get to the fun part. So they have this initiative. The Queer Muslim Project has this initiative called the Queer Writers Room. Okay. As per the website, the Queer Writers Room is a creative writing and a cultural exchange program for young LGBTQIA+ writers from underrepresented communities in South Asia. So this program of TQMP, it is supported by the US Consulate General Mumbai.
Okay.
And delivered in partnership with the International Writing Program at the University of Iowa.
Okay.
So when I say supported by when they say this supported by the US Consulate General Mumbai, it basically means it's funded.
Yeah.
Right? So this...
Oh, in cash or in kind? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's in cash, right? So
but we cannot be sure. No,
we cannot be sure,
yeah.
but it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
So TQMP's program, the Queer Writers Room, is funded by the US, is supported, not funded, supported. Yes. Supported by the US Consulate General in Mumbai.
Okay.
Okay. So the US Consulate General Mumbai is one of the backers.
Yeah.
The TQMP, okay.
It's okay.
I'll tell you why it matters soon.
Okay.
Just give me some time. Let me just go through who these people's backers are. Another of the program that is Queer Frames Screenwriting Lab.
Sorry, what? Can you?
Queer Frames Screenwriting Lab.
Queer Frames Screenwriting Labs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is supported by the Netflix Fund for Creative Equity.
Creative Equity. Okay.
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 So since here they explicitly say it is supported by the Netflix Fund for Creative Equity, it's pretty certain now.
Yeah, it's fund. No, it's a fund. So
it's a fund. The support is in cash
for a specific program that they ran, right?
So we have US Consulate General and we have Netflix for as supporters of TQMP. Next, they have this another program, another initiative, Digital Cultures. So TQMP, so our digital culture initiatives incubate and support a new generation of queer and Muslim content creators. So in the past, they have partnered with companies such as Meta. Meta is the parent company.
Hold on. This is all too much information. You go back and tell me slowly about this Meta thing that you're talking about.
Yeah. So the TQMP has a program called Digital Cultures.
Digital Cultures,
yeah,
which is being run by TQMP.
Yeah. So this program of TQMP, it is to support new generation queer Muslim content creators.
Okay.
So this program, they for this program, TQMP partnered with companies such as Meta, Google, and MUBI to create unique digital campaigns.
Okay.
So US Consulate General, check. Netflix, check. Meta, check. Google, check. MUBI, check. Right? Please remember who these people's funders are. So before delving into the really fun issue, we are going to show you some the art collection of that TQMP has published, right?
From which program?
I don't know which program is this, but I think TQMP keeps publishing some artistic stuff.
Okay.
So here you can see this is a cartoon called The Arrival. Then there is something they have published called the politics of smell.
Sorry, what? The politics?
Of smell. I really don't want to go into that. Do you want me to? I don't want to.
What do you mean by politics of smell? I am intrigued. I'm intrigued by
So
it.
it
You
says-
have to tell me.
So it says something like.
Read. No, they have given something.
Yeah, I'm reading it. So, reading from this, so it says therapy features fragrances. One's ability to anchor nourishment in sense can influence the self's future. As one recalls that they deserve to be in a welcoming space, a usual means to ensure that is to immerse the self in scents that enjoy. Simple gestures like freshly brewed cinnamon tea or a dab of rose water can enrich everyday existence. It is no wonder that reimaginings of queer Muslim futures include so many flowers, fruit, and perfumes. Okay, whatever this is, this.
Where is the politics in it? Are they saying that somehow people are,
Brother, go and ask them. Do not bother me with this stuff. I don't understand half of the stuff they say. How am I supposed to say, okay, I like smelling good things as well. But what is this supposed to mean?
politics of
Don't ask me. Don't bother me, okay? So there is something called occupations of the future. In your queer Muslim future, who do you want to be? The floating question invited many possibilities. Guide, shadow worker, decolonized, a light creature, a mountain range, a poet. I think it's a bit weird for a person to want to be a mountain range and a light creature, but whatever suits their boat.
I'm sorry, what? Did they say mountain? What?
A mountain range.
That is the profession.
Who do you
Future.
want to be? It's
Who-
an answer to the question, who do you want to be?
A mountain
A
range
mountain range.
and a light creature.
A light creature.
A light creature.
Yeah, a shadow worker. I don't know what that means.
Shadow work. Okay, no. The people who create things with shadows, like perhaps I have never heard of it, but maybe.
Okay. There is something
No,
called...
we are not joking, by the way.
This is there.
This is there. You can.
So in the
I think
occupations
I
of
think the
the...
visuals are coming up on the screen, right?
So in the occupations of the future thing, they have something called queer nani.
Queer nani.
Yeah.
Queer nani. Nani
Yeah,
as in
not the
Indika nani.
footballer. Not the footballer. Nani is in grandmother.
Nani as in grandmother. matlab
Queer
Hindi-
nani. Don't tell me how a queer nani had kids. Don't ask me that question.
No, they can adopt. I mean,
Okay.
they can adopt. But queer nani, okay, fine, interesting. What do?
Okay, so this, I hope this does not get me killed. I don't really know whether we should have it on the show or not. But they have something called the Pegamber. They have something called the Pegamber. We are not going to show the visuals on the screen.
Because we don't think it's appropriate for public consumption.
It's available in public. You can go to the website and check. But we don't want to be the flag bearer of this image or whatever this is. We don't want to. So again, I want to say that this is not our stuff. We have not created this. We have nothing to do with this. So I'm just sharing this. They have some artwork called the Pegamber. I think before we discover more such gems, we should move on.
Okay.
I think our audience has had enough.
Okay.
So yeah,
Now the fun part.
now the fun part. So the Queer Muslim Project was opposed to the abrogation of Article 370.
like
The
370 Kashmir
Yeah, they issued a statement
against 370.
against the abrogation of Article 370. Modi government decision. They issued a collective statement against the Modi
No,
government.
I can understand what you're saying. I can understand English perfectly well.
Yeah.
I'm just not understanding why would TQMP, the Queer Muslim Project, would have any problems with abrogation of that particular
Well,
article.
they are supported by the US Consulate General. I don't know if that played the part or not. But I'll just read from the statement.
Yeah,
right?
let's hear it.
So their statement was published on the 8th of August 2019, and it is available on a website called the Orinam. I don't know what is this website about, but they have that, and I've seen other websites publish this too. So I'm going to read from it. So the TQMP says, our identities aren't singular; they are hyphenated and layered. We refuse to be placed under the burden of one single identity. Experiences of marginalization as well as resistance are far more complex and diverse than we think. It is unfortunate to see so many people celebrating revocation of Article 370. Many LGBTQ plus individuals and groups have gone ahead and issued statements of praise for the act. Such a position appropriates the voices of queer and transgender people from Kashmir while creating a smokescreen of rainbow solidarity. This celebration is ripe with false national pride, misplaced sense of justice, and lack of empathy for those who are suffering. It is irrational to assume that any one aspect of human rights is more important than the others.
Were they not jailed before?
Yeah, homosexuality was punishable offense in Kashmir before the abrogation of Article 370.
So, so are they saying that by celebrating them not going to jail for their sexuality is actually oppressive to them?
See, I don't understand how they think for the same reason that I don't understand what they mean by when they say that identities aren't singular, they're hyphenated and layered, or whatever.
No matter how many layers you have, a jail is a jail.
Yeah, and in jail,
Yeah, jail is not
imprisonment
a.
is imprisonment.
Yeah.
So,
Why?
for our audience, let me re-emphasize this. An organization that is funded by the US Consulate General in Mumbai issued a statement opposing the abrogation of Article 370. And it does not end there. So, I'm going to read a report from Al Jazeera.
On the same topic?
No, this is about CAA.
Okay.
The headline of the report is India's LGBTQ community joins citizenship law protests.
India's
LGBTQ
Okay.
community joins citizenship law protests.
CAA protests.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was published on the 3rd of January 2020. So it says more than 1,000 members of India's LGBTQ community and other rights groups marched in the capital, New Delhi, to protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act, which critics say violates the country's secular constitution and is anti-Muslim.
Okay.
Going further down the report, it says, waving rainbow flags, the protesters carried placards and shouted slogans such as, "We want freedom from fascism and save the constitution."
Do they all get their placards made from the same manufacturer or something?
Yeah,
Come up with something new, guys. This become boring. Anything you don't like is fascist. Anything you don't like is Nazi.
So this report says
Hmm.
that a statement by the organizers said they unequivocally reject CAA, and NRC, and NPR. This process, which claims to identify illegal immigrants, is highly problematic as it treats every Indian citizen with suspicion. So Rafiul Alam Rahman, who runs the Queer Muslim Project, told Al Jazeera that for LGBTQ Muslims, the law was a double-edged sword. On one hand, we are persecuted within the community. On the other hand, because you are Muslim.
Okay.
Rafiul Alam Rahman. So, this report does not explicitly say if TQMP was
Part of the protest or not?
one of the organizers of the protest or not, but I think the way they have written this, I think they were. But again, I have to put it out there. They do not say whether TQMP was one of the organizers or not. But the guy who runs the TQMP, he issued a statement. His statement is there in this report.
Okay.
Okay. Now, our activist Rituparna Bora from Nazariya, which
Yeah.
we talked about
Yes,
previously,
yes.
she makes an entry as well. She says, queer people are either disowned by their family.
Sorry. In the same report?
Same report. So, queer people are either disowned by their family or forced to leave homes. How would they acquire the documents that are necessary to prove citizenship? Rituparna Bora asks. Now, who is Rituparna Bora? Rituparna Bora is, as we have said before, is on the advisory board of LGBTQ Connect
Yes.
of Outright
Outright
International.
International,
Who is
yes.
Outright International funded by? US government
US government, Canada government, and the Open Foundation as well.
and George Soros' Open
Open
Society Foundation.
Foundation, right.
And she is part of a protest that is opposing the CAA. Do you realize how big this is?
I think everybody knew. We are just here connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Well, somebody has to do it.
Yes.
Can you please talk about TQMP and the British Council connection?
Yeah. I think I forgot to mention it when we were talking about the backers.
Yes.
But we have this as well. So this is from LinkedIn. There is someone called Maniza Khalid.
Okay.
Let's see who she is. I'm pretty sure she works for the TQMP, but let's see. So she is programs and innovations at the Queer Muslim Project. She is a cultural strategist. I don't know what that means. Do you?
Cultural strategist.
Yeah. What does a cultural strategist
Creating
do?
placards.
Okay, I guess she was one of the people who
Who?
oversees the making of those.
The mass-produced fascist placards.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe she's one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably. Khalid ji, I'm extremely sorry if I've offended you. I do not know
We are
you.
just speculating in
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay?
This is speculation.
Okay. So 1 month ago,
Yeah.
1 month ago, that is 1 month ago from the 27th of February 2025, she makes a post on LinkedIn and she says, the Queer Muslim Project's delegation from our Artist and Community Development Program, Language is a Queer Thing, has arrived in Kolkata. Okay. So she has attached a poster for this. Language is a Queer Thing, a creative showcase. And this thing is supported by the British Council.
British Council. Okay.
So we have everyone.
So we have like
We have
all the
all
people
bases
there.
covered.
Yeah.
USA, Canada, British, George Soros. Like all these people associated with this stuff is opposing the CAA and Article 370 abrogation.
So
Okay.
basically, we're up against everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
We are.
The current dispensation is up against everybody.
Okay.
If not directly, then of course through this civil society movements. And
So now we'll move on to the most interesting aspect of things here.
okay, missed
The MIST LGBTQ Foundation.
Yeah.
So, the MIST LGBTQ Foundation has issued statements as well condemning the stoppage of USAID. They've
Oh.
issued statement for this as well.
I mean that is expected.
Yeah, you could say that is.
I mean if your salaries get stuck, what do? You complain to the HR.
Okay, so I'll read from their website.
Yeah.
Our major HIV initiatives are supported through the USAID funded John Hopkins University / YRG Care supported Accelerate project and includes HIV awareness raising and prevention among young and at-risk LGBTQ plus community, post exposure prophylaxis.
Okay.
So basically get the picture, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're
No,
receiving
it's a-
funds.
It's an important thing to do actually. I would not.
See, again, for the readers, you might think they're receiving money for
Raising awareness,
combating
AIDS.
HIV infection.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that this is a front. This is what they claim to do. Maybe some part of the money or maybe all of the money is even going for this.
Mm.
We do not dispute that.
Mm.
Okay. But the reason these specific people have been chosen by the USAID to give money, that reason has
Okay.
ulterior motives.
Okay. Carry on. Yeah.
Already, you can give money to combat HIV to anyone. Why would you give to people with shady antecedents?
Okay.
All right, that is my argument here.
Mm. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
No, I'll get to the part where
Yeah.
I think people will laugh as well. But yeah, so the MIST issued a statement on the fact that Donald Trump put an end to USAID funds. So here's what they say. The recent executive order in the United States rolling back federal support for diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiatives poses a significant threat not only within the US but globally. This decision pressures corporations to reconsider their DEI commitments, potentially leading to reduced funding and support for marginalized communities, including LGBTQ plus individuals.
Mm.
As funding becomes uncertain, MIST LGBTQ Foundation is calling on corporations. So basically, they are saying that their funding has been affected due to USAID being stopped.
To this extent that they have to go out and get new donors.
Yeah.
Were they supported by a single source funding?
I mean, if they if
It has
they're-
to be a significant amount.
yeah,
no?
if they're getting financially crippled, if their finances are getting crippled because USAID has stopped funds, it means that it was at least their majority donor,
Yeah.
if not to the extent of
a significant amount.
yeah, if it is not 100%, it is at least 60 to 70%. That is
Yeah.
why they're going out. So this statement has been signed by Sham Kunnur, the founder and CEO of MIST LGBTQ Foundation. So this is a USAID funded organization who established this. Now who else are their partners?
You tell me.
Badam tada!
What?
No, okay, here's this out. One of the other partners is the All India Professional Congress.
No, come on.
No, I'm not joking. They are
AIPC.
AIPC, All India Professional Congress. Let me just check who heads this AIPC right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
AIPC. Okay. So current president is Praveen Chakravarti. That data guy who got. So his current president is Praveen Chakravarti. It was founded in 2017.
Okay, very recent.
Yeah, and I think if I'm correct, the very famous names have been associated with AIPC, all right? Like Shashi Tharoor is the founder. So obviously,
Well, Shashi Tharoor is also talking about leaving.
he's talking about leaving in 2025.
Yes.
Do you think that has something to do with USAID? Okay, we are just
No,
joking.
come
okay.
on, come on. I
Another-
love Shashi Tharoor. I love Shashi Tharoor. I don't know about
He's
Kotak.
just saying shit. He doesn't love Shashi Tharoor. So anyway, so the convener of AIPC
Yeah.
is Rahul Gandhi.
What? AIPC का convener.
The convener of AIPC is Rahul Gandhi.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Okay.
That is, I think that is expected. That is expected because what else do you expect from?
Okay. So remember I told you that the founder and CEO of this Miss LGBTQ Foundation is Sham Kunnur.
Yes.
So I found his LinkedIn profile.
Great.
It says Samuel Kunnur.
Okay.
Samuel bracket में Sham Kunnur. He has pronounced there he, him. Maybe he converted. I don't know. Possible. Okay. So this guy was Mr. Gay India 2020.
What?
Yeah.
What is Mr. Gay India?
I think they have this competition going on.
No. Check it. I have no.
Dude, this guy says this is not important. This guy says
where are these things being held?
this is being held in India. बहुत कुछ हो रहा है इंडिया में. हमारा देश का विकास हो रहा है. छोड़ो. Anyway, so this guy Sham Kunnur, founder and CEO of Miss LGBTQ Foundation that gets money from USAID and is partners of All India Professional Congress. This guy Sham Kunnur is himself a core team LGBTQ plus affairs member at All India Professional Congress. This guy is himself a member, and this guy is getting money from
So
USAID.
AIPC has a wing for them.
Yeah. So
Very
this
interesting.
AIPC member is getting funds from USAID. Can you imagine? Do you think this is USAID is paying money to an AIPC member
Yeah.
just to combat HIV?
I don't know.
We have to be naive at extreme levels
No,
to
we-
believe that is the case.
No. I think no. I understand your insinuations here. I don't know. I think.
Come on, brother. This is not.
Sham or Sam?
Okay, Sham, if this video gets to you,
Yeah.
Mr. Sham Kunnur, if this video gets to you, and if you would like to issue a clarification regarding these things, if you would like to talk to us, we will be extremely happy to hear from you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You can reach me at @ Year of the Kraken on Twitter, on X. Okay, you
On
can
X,
reach
yeah.
me there. Because I really want to know, कि you are a core team member at All India Professional Congress, and you are a director of Miss LGBTQ Foundation, and you are taking money from your organization was taking money from USAID. Do you realize what the optics of this is?
And what does it entail? I mean,
And what does that entail?
we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to say it, but it is pretty significant. It is pretty significant, and
So if this video gets to you, please, we want to hear from you.
yeah,
Were you not thinking like you are a politician?
is he a politician?
If you're a member of a political organization, that makes you a politician, don't you think?
No, he's a part-time politician. Perhaps he has ideals alike of Congress. I don't know.
Part-time, okay, maybe you aren't a politician,
Yeah.
but you are working for a political organization.
Yeah,
At the same time, you are, look, the fact that USAID is a front to further US interests is not up for debate.
yeah. Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it, and politicians, government officials in the USA have admitted to such. That this was USAID was a means to spread US influence abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, they have admitted to this.
So what?
And you were
Yeah.
taking, your organization was taking money from USAID. So what did the USA get in return?
Maybe the feeling of helping others.
Yeah, yes, sure, my friend. That is exactly what.
No, maybe they went to Sham and said, you know what? Here's a couple of $1 million. I cannot give it to you under normal circumstances. Take this program.
This does not end here. Okay. I'll tell you some of the activism that they have been engaging. Okay.
So Miss is also engaged in activism as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
The full package. I mean.
Yeah. So they organized this Pune Pride. the Pride March in Pune.
Okay.
It was organized by MIST.
Yeah,
This is a news report from 24th April 2023, published by the Pune Times Mirror. I'll read from this, all right? This is Sham Kunnu's statement, and I quote: "It's great to see the entire community coming together. We see a complete closeness and unity. We demand getting horizontal reservations from the government in terms of jobs and education. The government should also enforce anti-discrimination policies for everyone."
For everyone as in?
I think he mentioned he means his own community, the LGBTQ
Okay.
community.
Horizontal reservation.
Yeah. So they are taking money from USAID, and look, reservation is a very
Touchy-feely item.
very touchy-feely topic in Indian politics.
Yes,
It's a very divisive topic, and they are demanding reservations for LGBTQ community.
Yeah. I mean,
This is extremely
political in nature.
political in nature.
No, they also have political rights.
See, I tried to find if they carried any fascism protest or not at the Pride March. Should I look into it?
Yeah, please do.
Let me look at
Because I do believe that you are not a real civil society, especially LGBT society, if you do not call everybody fascist.
Yeah. So I try to check some images. All right. I'm just googling and shit.
See, I'm pretty sure they will have some.
To audience, this might be a fruitless adventure, but let's see. We might
what
find
is
something.
fruitless adventure?
Okay, so this report is from 2022. I think it was this was not organized by MIST. It was organized by Bindu Queer Rights Foundation and Yutak LGBT.
Okay. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let's focus on. Do you care to explain how, when we say gotten money, so can you quantify it? Like how much did each of them get?
How much did the MIST LGBTQ Foundation get?
MIST LGBT, Nazaria.
Okay, so I tried to look into funds for MIST and LGBTQ. I could not find it. But there is another organization that will come to here. I know this video is 50 minutes already, but please bear with us. This is an important video.
Very important thing that all of you should really pay heed to. Because this is how the culture changes.
For the TQMP also I could not find, but I can give you some numbers for some other organizations, but I think we should tackle that in a separate video.
The funding part of it.
Funding part of it.
Yeah, sure.
But for Miss LGBTQ, for Nazaria, for the TQMP, I could not.
The numbers you could not find.
I could not find the numbers.
But you are certain that they have received funds.
Yeah, I'm certain that they say it as much. This is all publicly
available. So none of
we are not engaging in any speculation. This is all in the website. You can
go and check for yourselves. Yes,
check for yourself, and you can.
And also, I want to mention one thing. Everything that we have talked about here, it is not like we have gotten a quote-unquote source to tell us everything. Everything we are talking about is public knowledge. Everything is available on public.
It's just that we don't focus our attention on it.
Yes. Okay. And that's why we kind of miss the bird's eye view of what is happening.
Yeah. So we talked about demanding reservations part for Miss LGBTQ. So so they have these newsletters on their website. Okay, Miss LGBTQ. This I am quoting from. Is the monthly newspaper for April 2023. So here in a Pride planning meeting, they say other queer organizations like Pune Queer Collective, Queer Republic, Cute Cast participated in the planning of the Pune Pride. Okay,
let's name them slowly.
Pune Queer Collective,
Pune Queer Collective,
Queer Republic,
Queer Republic,
Cute Cast.
Cute Cast.
It's spelled QUTCAST.
QUT.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay.
Cute Cast.
Okay.
So these people participated in the planning of the Pune Pride. Okay. So now this Pune Queer Collective, who are these people? They engage in pro-Palestine activism. They have this post where they say Pune Queer Collective's Films for Palestine screening.
Films for Palestine.
Yeah.
Did they arrange the screening?
Yeah, they arrange the screening.
That is not a bad thing. I mean,
they're not a bad thing. Let's not make
judgments here.
Yeah. So they have these things going on. So Pune Queer Collective, that the MIST organization collaborates with, engages in pro-Palestine activism, and this Pune Queer Collective also collaborates with Nazaria, Rituparna of Nazaria. they collaborate with them as well. Plus,
Oh, they have posted about it. I see here.
hmm,
Can you open it up and see what it is about? There's this post of theirs about same-sex marriage verdict or something.
yeah. So they have this Facebook page as well where they have only 7 followers.
Yeah.
So they have shared a post by Bebak Collective, the Pune Queer Collective, and they say that on the occasion of Savitri Bai Phule Jayanti at Azadi ke Bol, सोच और संघर्ष की राह पर. Okay, and this Pune Queer Collective, which the USAID funded list collaborates with, says that Pune Queer Collective Nisha Parche, Sabah Khan, and Urmila Salunke allowed us to recognize the diverse realities in the light of Dalit, Muslim, Bahujan, queer movements, and the significance of building solidarities, love, and resilience. Realize this: they are organizing in Bahujan politics. It's a USAID. Like these collaborates, this organization collaborates with USAID funded org.
Yeah.
Please tell me, what has HIV got to do with it?
Have you found any of that mention or any post from the Miss Foundation where they talk about this HIV awareness or stuff?
I tried to. They must have something. They have it in their website. They do some stuff for, but they majorly focus on pride planning and all that stuff.
Okay.
There's something called Holy Bonfire, DI meet in Bangalore, Social Enterprise Training in Bangalore, Transgender Day of Visibility. See, I don't say what any of this has got to do with HIV, but I have this, right?
I just want, now we have discussed all of these three things. Now I want you to tell them why is it important to know all this. I think if you look at it from the perspective of a common man, right? They would see nothing wrong in it because they are not thinking deeply, right? They are not make it palatable for the commoner to understand.
See, there is one fundamental truth to the human existence. There is no free lunch. अगर तुम्हें कोई इतना पैसा दे रहा है तो उससे भी रिटर्न में कुछ तो चाहिए होगा. समाज सेवा कोई उसमें तो करता है नहीं. Like when we are talking of, we have looked into the funding of some other organizations. These people are getting crores of money.
Yeah, that we will talk about in the next video.
In the next video. So अगर तुम्हें कोई इतने करोड़ों पैसे दे रहे हैं, कुछ तो रीजन होगा. They will expect something in return. If you are investing your money in something, you do expect to get something out of it. भैया कोई मुफ्त में लोगों को 20 रुपए तक नहीं देता. यहाँ हम लाखों रुपए की बात कर रहे हैं, तो क्यों देगा कोई? अल्टीमेट मोटिव तो कुछ तो होगा. अगर यूएसएड एक ऑल इंडिया प्रोफेशनल कांग्रेस के मेंबर को पैसा दे रही है, बहुत पैसा दे रही है, तो he would want something out of that guy. What was that?
So you're basically saying that they are paying for influence.
Yeah.
They're paying for influence.
Yeah.
Influence peddling.
अगर उनका बस do they want really, उनको बस यही चाहिए था कि आर्टिकल 370 को एब्रोगेशन को अपोज करो और सीए को अपोज करो. उनको बस क्या यही चाहिए था? आर्टिकल 370 को अपोज करो, सीए को अपोज करो. मे बी हाँ, हमें उठ के ये लोग बोल सकते हैं कि भाई कहाँ तुम्हारे पास एविडेंस है कि उन्होंने हमें ये करने के लिए पैसा दिया था. एंड इट्स ट्रू, आई डोंट हैव द मनी कि उनको उसी वजह से पैसे दिया था. बट यूएसएड ने पैसे तो दिए थे ना आपको.
Point.
उनको क्या मिला?
Well, they'll show you a camp of something. But the main crux of the matter here, what I think is...
See, my brother, nobody gives money for free. That is the fundamental truth to human life. If an organization is getting money from the US government, Canada, British High Council, getting awards from the European Union, getting money from George Soros, they must be giving something in return.
Yeah.
What was that?
So you're saying all this is a facade.
It is a facade. It is a charade. This organization, Nazariya, is one of its founders, is an advisory board member of Outright International. Her organization, Nazariya, is making a coloring book that has picture of naked women wearing dildos, and it's for students. Like
brainwashing. You're talking about indoctrination.
It's indoctrination.
Social engineering,
yeah.
You're saying. See, now, can you explain what social engineering is? Because all of this, I have to tell you guys, all of this is basically social engineering on a large scale. It is not meant for you or me. It is meant for our children's children.
There is this.
It is a slow erosion of the traditional values and replacing a value subset with another value subset, which forces humans to be slaves to governments, which forces us to get away from our nature, our tradition, from our families, which replaces familial values with values of subjugation.
I'll tell you why this is so important, okay? So I'll tell you one thing about India. India has cracked the code of social accommodation of the LGBT community. We do not harass them. We do see. You can say
No,
that
harassment
no.
happens.
You can say that there some form there is always going to be crime committed. There is going to be criminals everywhere, but there is no institutional harassment of them. Especially after the removal of Section 377, there is no institutional harassment of them. You can just look at the governments. The so-called right-wing government, the Narendra Modi government, regularly advertises what it has done for the LGBTQ community regarding the transgender community. They regularly say we have done this for the transgender community, and people appreciate them for it. There is no widespread hatred for the LGBT community in India as such. Nothing of the sort that you see in our neighboring countries. Okay, it can be conceded that the acceptance level is not as much as it is in the West, but we are not going out, like society as a whole is not.
But
going
this is
out
not West as well. Why should we be the West?
See, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That is a different conversation.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is the relationship that India shares with the LGBT community is not based on animals. It's based on a social understanding कि भाई that is your space, that is our space. आप अपने जगह में कुछ भी करिए, हम हमारे जगह में ऐसे चीजें चाहते हैं, तो आप ऐसे हम इसको चीजों को चलाएंगे, right? And to be frank with you, it has worked out well. You don't see when a guy, when ordinary person harasses an transgender or a gay person just for the sexuality, you will not find a social approval for it.
Yeah.
People will condemn it.
Yes. There is a social acceptance.
Yeah. People are like कि भाई उसका मैटर उसको करने दो, हमें क्या? And it is evidenced by the fact that Section 377 का जो clause था, how many homosexuals were ever prosecuted for it?
True.
Never.
It is not an issue here.
It's not an issue here. So they're deliberately trying to make this an issue.
Make this an issue, yes.
India already has a lots of problems.
Yeah.
India already has a lot of diversity. Now they're trying to inject another kind of forced diversity into us, which is going to cause a lot of issues going forward.
So,
and you can check what their politics are. They just want a group of LGBT activists who will hold protests against the government and say hi government and scream we are fighting.
So create nuisance.
Huh?
So create nuisance.
To create a nuisance. So they opposed. They want all kinds of voices to say we are against CAA, we are against abrogation of Article 37. That's what they want.
So manufactured dissent.
Yeah.
Social guys, I want you to like search three words, right? Three phasings. One is social engineering, second one is manufactured dissent, and the third one is cultural warfare. You must know all this to actually understand what we are talking about. Now this has been a very long video. I would tell Sensei to close it out by summarizing what we have discussed today.
So first things first, we focused on three organizations.
Yes.
The Queer Muslim Project, the Nazariya QFRG, and the Miss LGBTQ Foundation. We have the Nazariya QFRG, whose one of its founders is on the LGBT Connect program of the Outright International. The Outright International is funded by the US State Department, the US government, the Canada government, and George Soros' Open Society. These people also organized, at least participated in protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act.
Okay.
Then we come to the Queer Muslim Project, same, funded by US Consulate General, Netflix, Meta, Google, MUBI, and even they opposed the abrogation of Article 370 and opposed CAA. Lastly, we come to the MIST LGBTQ Foundation.
I think this is the most
important part. These guys were funded majorly by USAID. This organization is officially partners with the All India Professional Congress. Yes, the All India Professional Congress of the Congress Party, of which Rahul Gandhi is the convener. Its founder and CEO, Sham Kunnur or Samuel Kunnur, I don't know which. Samuel Kunnur is a member of the All India Professional Congress as well. And as I've said, they They demand reservations for the LGBT, horizontal reservations for the LGBT community, and work closely with organizations that engage in pro-Palestine activism and other problematic forms of activism.
Forms of activism. So basically, we have here. I think Sham is also, he holds a post in AIPC.
Yeah.
I think check it.
He's a core team member of LGBTQ plus affairs at All India Professional Congress.
Okay. So a post holding AIPC member whose organization is getting directly funded by USAID, whose organization has collaborated with organizations which talks about pro-Palestinian films and stuff. That's fine, but I don't know how would holding a screening in Pune would help saving Palestine. But that's a question that they have to answer. I am just in awe of them. And also you have to, there's one more very interesting pattern here I've noticed, Sensei, is that all of these three organizations are interconnected.
Yeah.
It is not like one-headed snake.
It's a hydra.
It's a hydra. This is what we're going to refer to them as from now on.
So this is all for today.
Yeah.
In our next episode, we are going to look at the funding of some organizations.
Yeah.
And
of similar nature.
Yes. And frankly, you will be shocked by some of the names that we'll take.
I would think they would be really pleased. Because most of our listeners would be like, मैं 9 से 5 जाता हूँ, 360 दिन काम करता हूँ, और मेरे को क्या मिल रहा है? And look at these guys, and if you see the numbers,
man, shocked by the numbers.
Yeah, it is
shocked at the amount of money they are getting for this.
Yes, this is beyond comprehension. So thank you so much. I don't know how many of you are still here with us, but if you are still here, thank you for being here. I want you guys to search today 3 things after listening to this. One is manufacturing dissent. Second one is social engineering, and the third one is cultural warfare. So thank you again. Thank you so much for being here.
From here, thanks from me, Sensei Kraken 0. It has been a pleasure. And please don't forget to like and share this video. And also please subscribe to the channel for more such explosive content.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you again in the next episode.
Thank you.